The first project that is actually affected by this harmonization rule is, to put it simply, harmonization is basically a way for the government bodies to uniform how they measure the internal area of a particular unit. So previously, URA, BCA and SCDF, for example, they use different methods of measuring the internal area of the units. So right now, they are all basing it using the same uniform rule. Because of the harmonization rule, developers are no longer able to include spaces like the void spaces and aircon ledges within the sellable area of their unit. In terms of space-wise, this usually takes up between 5% to 8% of the sellable space that developers were previously able to sell for. So buyers will start to see the square feet of particular units starting to shrink. For example, a 2-bedroom at Lentor Mansion might be starting at 527 square feet, but the same 2-bedroom at new launches in the vicinity might be at 650 to 660 square feet. So in order to compensate for this, the PSF for the new launches under the harmonization rule will tend to be higher than the same developments in the vicinity that is not affected by this harmonization rule. The other thing that will affect you as a buyer is that once more and more of these units under the harmonization rule comes into the market, so this will start getting confusing for buyers like yourself. So for example, you are in the market looking for a 2-bedroom. So previously, you might be looking at between 650 square feet to 700 square feet, for example, for a typical 2-bedroom. So because of this harmonization rule, 2-bedrooms can now start from 527 square feet. But the internal size of these 527 square feet units is actually identical to some of the new launches which is selling at 650 square feet and above, because of the difference in how they measure the internal area. If you are currently looking for a property to buy but you are confused by this new harmonization rule, feel free to reach out to us to find out which projects falls under the harmonization rule and which doesn't. Once again, this is Nick from the Property Runway. I'll see you again.